Hey goddess, let's play a game. I think you know this one. It's quite easy. It's called Put a Finger Down. You ready? Okay. Put a finger down if resting makes you feel guilty. Put a finger down if asking for help feels uncomfortable. Put a finger down if you're always the strong one. Put a finger down if you know how to take care of everybody else but struggle letting people take care of you. And put a finger down if people think you're okay, but honestly, deep down inside, you're tired, is tired, and it has little tires around it. Yeah. Already this game is exposing us. And the thing is, a lot of us think these are just personality traits like, yeah, I'm just independent, I'm just the strong one, I'm just this dependable. But, Queen, what if some of these things were learned emotionally? Sanbonani, Dumelang, Togozani, sending you love because love is the highest, and I mean highest, vibration. If it is your first time here, I am Dr. Mmatshepo Gaspa Mazibuko, a highly sought after spiritual consultant in womb and gut wellness, energy alignment, and soul-led wealth strategy, helping women escape being sacrificed at the altar of masculine success so they can live their wildest dreams in a calm, easeful, and pleasurable way. Welcome to another SoulCast episode where we have these big, uncomfortable, grown-up conversations that honestly no one wants to have, but we're going to have them anyways. And honestly, today's conversation is a very personal one. But before I get into it, I just want to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who checked in on me. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the messages, the love, the softness. And as many of you know, this series was actually supposed to continue in April. And the theme of the month was the parent wound, returning to self. But life interrupted that journey in a very rude, so rude and unexpected way that I ended up sustaining an injury that actually led to hospitalization and surgery. And honestly, this experience forced me into something that I speak about often, but didn't think I'd ever have to experience it so deeply, which is receiving help, receiving care, receiving patience, receiving support, receiving softness, receiving prayers. And girl, I realized, let me tell you, I realized something during this process, that a lot of us say we want support, but our bodies do not actually know how to relax enough to receive it. Some of us crave love, but panic when it arrives consistently. Some say they want rest, but feel guilty when it's time to slow down. Some of us are so used to surviving that softness almost feels questionable and suspicious. And stay with me. Stay with me. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at this whole thing, okay? And this is what I want to talk about. It brings us to a very important element in our current conversation, in today's conversation. The mother wound. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. Let's get serious now. Let's get serious. I don't want us to have this conversation from a place of blame or from a place of attacking mothers. But I want us to have this conversation from a place of understanding emotional imprinting, because the way you experience love, support, care, safety, and even abundance is often connected to the way you were first nurtured. Stay with me. And sometimes the mother wound is not loud. Sometimes it looks like you overgiving, or it looks like hyper independence, or being the strong one, the fixer, the one everyone relies on, or being emotionally responsible for everyone around you, or feeling guilty when you rest, struggling to ask for help. And sometimes the mother wound is not that love was absent, but it is that it felt inconsistent. And when love feels inconsistent, the body learns to brace instead of soften. The body learns, don't relax too much. Don't expect too much. No. Don't need too much. It's inconvenient. And the body is going to carry all of that into adulthood. And today, I want us to then gently unpack why receiving feels so complicated, and why softness can feel uncomfortable, and what it actually means to slowly return back to yourself. And you know what's interesting? The women who struggle the most with receiving are usually the women everyone praises for being strong, for being the dependable one, for being the mature one, the resilient one, the woman who figures it out, the one who fixes it. But nobody actually asks that woman who takes care of you emotionally. And sometimes even she doesn't even know how to answer that question. Because when you become emotionally self-sufficient too early, you stop seeing yourself as worthy of support, and you stop seeing support as natural. You actually start seeing it as a luxury, or as a weakness, or even an inconvenience, or something that you have to earn and work towards. And I think this is where many women quietly disconnect from their femininity, because femininity is deeply connected to receiving. Not necessarily laziness or entitlement, but actually receiving rest, receiving care, receiving help, receiving softness, receiving pleasure, receiving support without immediately trying to repay it. And a lot of women are exhausted because they only feel worthy when they are giving emotionally, financially, when they are giving energetically and even physically. But the moment they receive, the guilt will begin, the discomfort will consume them, the overthinking. Then their nervous system will start asking itself, okay, but what will this cost me later? Stay with me. Stay with me. This is so deep. Listen, many people have learned very early in life that love comes attached to emotional labor. You only receive love when you performed well, when you behaved well, when you were useful, when you were emotionally manageable, when you didn't ask for too much. So now, even in adulthood, some women struggle letting people love them without feeling like they need to overperform. And this is why some women end up in relationships where they're constantly overfunctioning. They're mothering men, they're carrying emotional weight, they're holding relationships together by themselves. Stay with me. This is because for them, overgiving feels safer than sitting still long enough to receive. And honestly, sometimes people don't even realize that they're uncomfortable receiving until someone genuinely shows up for them, consistently, safely, softly, without chaos, without mixed signals, without emotional games. And suddenly the nervous system panics. Not because love is a bad thing, but because shame, it's unfamiliar. Aye, guys, stay with me, okay? So, if you have ever sabotaged softness and pulled away from consistency, or felt uncomfortable being cared for, or felt guilty needing people, please hear me, ne? There's nothing wrong with you. Your body simply adapted to the emotional environment that it experienced when you were a child. That's all. And I think healing the mother wound is less about blaming your mother and more about finally noticing, oh, this is where my body learned love. Because honestly, many mothers were also carrying their own wounds while they were mothers to other people. Many mothers were just in survival mode. They were burnt out. They were overextended. They were emotionally unsupported. They were even abandoning themselves to keep everyone alive emotionally. And sometimes even like literally, you know. And unfortunately, children absorb that. Children don't only listen to what their mothers say, they also watch how their mothers live. And if your mother never rested, you may struggle with resting. If your mother was an overgiver, you may overgive. And if your mother abandoned herself emotionally, you may unconsciously do the same. And let me tell you, sis, that realization can hurt, ne? Because sometimes the deepest grief is realizing that your mother loved you, but may not have known how to emotionally nurture herself either. But healing, and I mean real healing, is when you stop asking, why am I like this? And start asking the real question, what did my body learn about love, safety, and receiving? And then you will realize that maybe healing starts with asking for help, resting before you burn out, receiving compliments without over-explaining yourself, and allowing other people to care for you without immediately trying to prove your worth, allowing yourself to be supported without feeling guilty, allowing softness to exist in your life without preparing for disaster afterwards. Because maybe, just maybe, your nervous system deserves to experience life differently now. Okay? Because you're worthy. You really are worthy. And before we close this conversation, I want you to sit with this question. Do I actually feel safe receiving love, or do I only feel safe earning it? That one changes. It changes a lot in us, yeah? Okay, sit with it. And if you feel like sharing your truth, feel free to drop us an email, leave us a comment, and if this conversation resonated with you as well, please, by all means, share it with somebody who you think may need to hear it. And if you feel called to, you can also reach us to book a session, a healing session, using the details in the description. And we always love hearing from you. I always read the comments, I always read the emails, and we always do our best to respond. And I'd like to know, what do you think feels the hardest for you to receive? Is it love, rest, support, money, softness, orgasms? Until next time, beautiful souls, please take care of yourselves. Gyantanda. Ashe. Amako.